It's Madden NFL 23. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Bucs and the Cowboys on Sunday night.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. I'm Brandon Gordon, joined by Charles Davis up in the booth for the first week of the 2022 NFL season. A great game awaiting us in this primetime showdown, CD. You've got two teams with eyes on going to and winning a Super Bowl here this season. Week one, these two getting together. Cowboys, Tampa Bay should be a lot of fun.
They thought that they could win it all last year, got to the playoffs, and were eliminated by teams that really figured heavily in the Super Bowl contention. Let's go ahead and start with Dallas. They ended up losing at home to San Francisco, who went to the NFC title game against the Rams, who beat Tampa in the playoffs and then won it all. Both of these teams have excellent quarterbacks, top-notch coaching staffs, and big-time dreams of getting back to the Super Bowl.
It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Well, for a little bit, we thought his story had concluded, but not to be. Here's Tom Brady in his 23rd NFL season, leading the Bucs offense out once again.
For 1 month, many people thought they'd seen the end of the greatest quarterback career in league history. Of course, there were others who expected Tom Brady to come back, and he did so 40 days later for a 23rd NFL season. Leading the league in completions, yards, and touchdowns at age 44, he showed that he's as good as ever. But of course, losing in the divisional round, not the way he wanted to go out in his final game. For TB12, it's Lombardi trophies or bust.
That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. I know you want to watch as an offensive line. If they keep playing games like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. A lot of hype, of course, going into this one with the Cowboys and the Bucs. They met last year in the season opener. Remember, that was the night they raised the banner in Tampa. It was also Dak Prescott's comeback game, and the Bucs wound up winning 31-29 on a late Ryan Succop field goal. Really good game that was. But these two teams were also the two best offenses in the NFL last year. The Cowboys gaining 18 more yards over the course of the season than the number 2 Bucs. Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady, touchdown! Chris Godwin, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Extra point up and good by Succop, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. Dak Prescott and Dallas taking the field for their first possession. Dak now in his 7th season in charge of the Cowboys. 2-time Pro Bowler.
And not only was it great to see Dak Prescott make his return in 2021, it's even better to see him playing the best ball of his career. He didn't lead Dallas to just a division title and its best record in 6 years. Dallas also led the league in yards and points, the first time it has led in both since 1971.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Open man is Noah Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Throwing, Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air. And that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now a throw here to his running back. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
2nd and 2.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, get it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a play fake. Brady. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Brady gives this to White. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very solid gain of 27. territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Cowboys. Noah Brown, 26 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as his kick is good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Offense heading back out, and with them comes Rashad White. I think he's still shaking his head a little. It was his fumble on the previous drive that led to the touchdown that has us tied.
And sometimes it's worse on a runner who drops it like that to watch the other team take the ball downfield and score than maybe if they just returned it right away. You know what I mean? Because sometimes what happens that fast, you're right back out on the field. Instead, he had to watch it happen. Let's see if it affects him going forward the rest of the game.
On play action, it's Brady. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, here's White. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Brady. He finds his target, it's Evans. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Evans' 1,000-yard streak to start his career remains intact and is now at 8 years strong. And in his 8th season, came a career-high 14 touchdown catches as well. Another similar season, and Mike Evans will cross the 10,000-yard milestone this year. Easy first down pickup for the superstar wideout.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Brady. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs have taken the lead in the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Suck him for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, and you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On third down, it's Prescott. Got it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
The previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 1st and 10, Prescott. That's caught once again by Gallup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
1st down, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there in the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Prescott to throw it. Ball delivered complete on the crossing route, Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Draw play, Elliott. There's a nice move. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Second and 5 now. Prescott. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Levante David in on the tackle.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On second and 7, Prescott over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A first down carry by Elliott. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Prescott. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 10th carry now for Elliott. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking aside.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. And now, after coughing up the football, serious concerns on that sideline. Their defense surrenders the tying touchdown to start the third quarter, and now the offense follows that up by committing the turnover.
And I think you're sensing the exact same thing that I'm sensing, that the energy, much different here in the second half. We talk about it a lot, but you can feel it kind of rippling through the stadium, and it's affecting the players.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now in Arlington. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. Now Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. The kick by Maher is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Brady. And he completes this to Russell Gage. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. They find some open field here. 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad White with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bucs use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half.
And it's blocked. The Cowboys pick it up. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 30, 10, 5, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Well, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last 2 plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown of protection led to the block.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Dallas offense set for this next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the 31, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott now. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Second and 5 now. Prescott. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. To throw is Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Buccaneers will add to their fourth quarter lead. do tack on the extra point as well, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So Dak and the Cowboys down by 8. A little under a minute 50 remaining. They need a touchdown and, of course, the 2-point conversion as well. Prescott down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Prescott. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Prescott. And that's complete to Brown. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Dak. Able to find Gallup. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Now Dak. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Prescott to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. One last shot now for Prescott. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. To ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun give to Fournette. And some room to roam now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to him.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Well, I know you're turning middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance. You got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position. Make sure we don't lose the game here. Turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. And what can Prescott do in the OT? And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. Backed up deep in their own territory, they were in search of a cushion, and the cushion was found.
And you have to think total game, even in overtime. As a head coach, field position still counts in this spot. So they had to get out from the shadow of their own goal line, get themselves some breathing room. Obviously, that helps them on offense, but it may help their defense, too. Might be necessary here in OT.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
But I mean, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all. Because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. Here's Gallup getting it on the jet sweep. And he's got some space here. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good pick up there, 20 yards.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. William Golston in on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. On second down, Elliott once more uses the stiff arm, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it'll be a good time in Big D tonight. The Cowboys have won it. Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for Dallas, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the Week 1 victory thanks to the field goal. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.